Okay, students. So now we know the expression for common potential if two spheres are or if two charged spheres are connected with a conducting wire. The common potential is V is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Then now let's focus on U1. What is U1? It was the initial energy of the first sphere. Can we formulate an equation for U1? For finding out the equation for U1, you have learned three expressions for energy stored in a capacitor, and one of that expression was half CV square. I'm using that expression over here, and I could write U1 as half C1 V1 square. Can I? Since C1 is the capacitance of this sphere and V1 is the initial potential, therefore initial potential energy will be half C1 V1 square, that is U1. Likewise, what is U2? U2, it should be half C2 V2 square. Is that clear? Then what is the total initial energy? The total initial energy will be U1 plus U2. U1 plus U2 means half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. Let me take that half out. Then it will be C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square. Is it clear up to this? It's C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square. What's UI? UI is initial potential energy of the system. Then can we find out the final potential energy? In order to find out the final potential energy, it should be half final capacitance into final potential square. It should be final capacitance half into final capacitance into final potential square. Clear? In which what is final capacitance? The final capacitance, it is what? The sum of the two, that is C1 plus C2. What is final potential? Final potential is the common potential obtained, that is V. Therefore, I could rewrite this as half C1 plus C2 into V square. Can I? Then this is the final potential energy. What's V? As we know, V is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Therefore, I am rewriting this expression as, that is final potential energy's expression as C1 plus C2 is retained as such. V square means this term square. That means C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2 the whole square. Therefore, this is the final potential energy of the system. This is the final potential energy. This is the expression for initial potential energy. In which, if we are expanding this square, we could cancel one C1 plus C2 and one C1 plus C2 whole square. That means I could even write it like this, that is half C1 V1 plus C2 V2 the whole square divided by C1 plus C2. It's because C1 plus C2 the whole square and one C1 plus C2 will get cancelled, and in denominator there will be C1 plus C2, and there is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 the whole square that we have written over here. Okay, then now I want an expression for the change in potential energy. What are we going to do? We are going to find out the change in potential energy or the loss in potential energy. The loss in potential energy or the change in potential energy, it will be initial potential energy minus final potential energy. Pay your attention over here. Things are going to get complicated. That is initial potential energy minus final potential energy. What's initial potential energy? Let's write it as such, that is half C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square. This is our initial potential energy, minus what's our final potential energy? This is our final potential energy. Let's use this expression. Therefore, our final potential energy is half C1 V1 plus C2 V2 the whole square divided by C1 plus C2. Can we write it like this? Then you just take the common terms out. If we are taking the common terms out, half is taken out. Then cross multiply this. If we are crossing multiplying this, or if we are making it as a single fraction, you have to multiply the C1 C2 over here. Therefore C1 plus C2 into this term, that is C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square. Then this minus is retained as minus itself. Then it is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 the whole square whole divided by C1 plus C2. Clear? We have just made it into a single fraction by taking half out and making it into a single fraction. Then we will have to expand this, that is we are going to expand this half. Then if we are multiplying this C1 with this term and this term, we will get C1 into C1 V1 square, it is C1 square V1 square. C1 into C2 V2 square, it will be C1 C2 V2 square. Now we have multiplied C1 with these two terms. Then we have to multiply C2 with these two terms. Then it will be C2 into C1 V1 square. It is C2 V1 C2. Let me write C2 C1 V1 square plus C2 into C2 V2 square, that is C2 square V2 square. Now we have multiplied this. Then our negative sign over here, we are writing that negative sign over there. Then we have to expand this bracket. It is expanded in the form of a plus b the whole square. That means it is C1 square V1 square plus 2 C1 V1 C2 V2 plus C2 square V2 square. We have expanded it in the terms of a plus b the whole square whole divided by C1 plus C2. Clear? From which we can take the C1 plus C2 also common out. Then it is 1 divided by 2 into C1 plus C2. They are out of that bracket. Then look over here. If we are having C1 square V1 square, and if we are expanding this bracket, there will be minus C1 square V1 square. We could cancel these two. Clear? Then over here we are having C2 square V2 square. If we are expanding this bracket, there is minus C2 square V2 square, and these two will get cancelled. Clear? Then we are having other terms. From all the other terms, focus C1 C2 C1 C2 C1 C2. It can be taken common out. Therefore I am taking this C1 C2 out of that all terms. Then it will be over here, it will be V2 square over here plus V1 square, and in this it will be minus 2 V1 V2. If we are taking C1 C2 and if we are expanding the bracket, minus 2v1 v2. Clear? And what is v2 square plus v1 square minus 2v1 v2? It is v2 minus v1 the whole square. It is v2 minus v1 the whole square. Therefore, I am writing this equation, that is the final equation. What was we doing? What were we doing? We were finding out the change in potential energy. Therefore, the change in potential energy, let me write it over here. It will be C1 C2 divided by 2 into C1 plus C2 into what? V2 minus V1 the whole square. This expression is an important expression. It can help you in solving many entrance questions. Delta U, that is the loss in potential energy on combining the two capacitors, will be C1 C2 divided by 2 into C1 plus C2 into V2 minus V1 the whole square. This expression is very important. Let's recall all these things. Let's rewind all these things. That is, we were combining the two charged capacitors and they are reaching a common potential. The common potential that they are getting is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Okay, then if they are getting a common potential like this, we are going to see what is the initial energy of this capacitor. The initial energy of this capacitor, we are using half CV square expression, and it will be U1 is equal to half C1 V1 square. Then the initial energy of the second capacitor will be half C2 V2 square. Is that clear? Then the total initial energy of the system, will be U1 plus U2, that is half is taken out, half into C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square. This is the total initial energy of the system. Then after combination, they are reaching a common potential. Therefore, the final energy of this capacitor system after combination, what's the final energy? Final energy will be half into final capacitance into final potential square. What's final capacitance? Final capacitance is the sum of the two capacitance, that is C1 plus C2. And what's final potential? They both are reaching a common potential of V. Therefore, final potential is V. Therefore, I am writing half is written as half, C final is written as C1 plus C2 into V square, where you could substitute V square. What's V? V is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Therefore, we are substituting this V over to here. Therefore, that much square. Then we can expand this, that is, we could write this as a square and this as a square. Then 1 square and C1 C2 will get cancelled. That's the reason why we are writing it like this. That is, in denominator there's only C1 plus C2. This C1 C2 has cancelled out. Therefore, we are getting an expression like this. This is the final energy. This is the final energy of the system. Then the loss in potential energy, it will be initial energy minus final energy. Then we are taking the difference between initial energy and final energy. On taking the difference between initial energy and final energy, the next mathematical simplification is half is taken common out and this is made into a single fraction. If half is taken common out and this is made into a single fraction, means we have to multiply this over to this term. That's the thing. We have written C1 plus C2 into C1 V1 square plus C2 V2 square minus this term divided by denominator C1 plus C2. Is that clear? Then we have expanded this bracket. This bracket is expanded and that's what we have written over here. Okay, then it is expanded in the form of a plus b the whole square. It's written over here. And you could cancel out the terms. Then if we are taking the C1 C2 term, if we are cancelling out all the terms, or in the rest of the terms C1 C2 is common. Therefore, C1 C2 is taken out of that bracket and we will get V2 square plus V1 square minus 2 V1 V2. then you will get delta U is equal to what's V2 square plus V1 square minus 2 V1 V2.